give you guys a big retraction statement on all my accusations of Vergil Ortiz doing performance enhancement drugs. Initially, I had thought that he was possibly a user with this illness that very, very rarely ever happens to anyone that is in boxing. It's a rare disease, but it's incredibly dangerous, called rhabdomyolysis. He got admitted into the hospital, and thank goodness that he's safe and healthy. But initially, when he got into that hospital with that extremely rare case and rare disease, I thought that he possibly was on some steroids. But right now, I need you guys to understand that Vergil Ortiz is a clean fighter, and I retract all my statements. I wish nothing but the best, but also I still call out Vergil Ortiz and many other top name fighters. Why? Because I believe that I'm great. Woo!
Before this video starts, I wanted to inform every single last viewer of this video that I have started a GoFundMe for the Inoue Fulton fight. I'm trying to go to Japan and raise some money and get you guys great content out there in Japan. And I'm going to try to be out there for at least a month, and I'm going to need you guys' help to get you guys that great content and make this thing happen. So if you're interested in helping me with that, the GoFundMe link will be down below in the description and in the pinned comments. So help me out and help me help you, help True School Sports get to the land of the rising sun for Inoue Fulton. It is the road to Japan. So yeah, help me out with that, and enjoy the video.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is actually a follow-up video to a video I made last March when Vergil Ortiz initially pulled out of the Michael McKinson fight, and a lot of accusations started coming out of the mouth of Blair Cobbs about how basically Vergil Ortiz, due to the condition he had, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it, but you know, the condition that Vergil had that forced him to come out the fight, that condition. You know, if you go type in the condition that he had that forced him to pull out, there's a lot of studies out there that suggest and say that that condition is caused by steroid use. Now, Blair felt like those claims and those studies were strong enough to make those claims that he made and accuse him of being on PEDs and steroids, and was even willing to put $100,000 on it. And he got hit with a $100,000 cease and desist letter from Rick Merrigan, Vergil Ortiz, and the law firm known as, what is it called? Weintraub and Tobin. So, you know, listen, when you start getting them Jewish last names, you know, Weintraub and Tobin law, hey, that's you got some serious problems on your hands. So basically, Rick Merrigan got offended and upset that Blair Cobbs had stated what he said about Vergil Ortiz, and he sent him a cease and desist letter, which basically stated that if Blair Cobbs didn't retract or take back his statements publicly on social media via his social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter, that basically he would be taken to court, and he would have to really fight this in court and spend a bunch of money on lawyers and lawyer fees, and that's always that's going to be a headache, right? And you don't want that headache. You know, ultimately at the end of the day, Blair just wants to fight and do what he can to progress his boxing career forward, right? So Blair Cobbs, as you guys saw in the beginning of this video, he did retract his statements. He did apologize for the statements, but he did say at the end he still wants to fight Vergil Ortiz. So that's what it is, man. Now there's two ways to look at this, right? And I'm gonna be unbiased here and be neutral, because that's what we're supposed to do. There's two ways to look at this. The first way we can look at this is, well, good on Blair. Blair acknowledged that he was wrong. Blair acknowledged that he was wrong. Blair, you know, didn't have proof, so therefore, you know, he's being a man about the situation, being mature about it, and good on him, right? You know, that type of thing. Or the second one, the second way we could view this is that, okay, if Vergil Ortiz isn't on PEDs, steroids, or any sort of substances that would enhance his career or that are illegal, if that is really the case and he truly is a clean fighter, why is his manager taking valuable time out of his day to take legal action. If your fighter is clean and he lives a life and you have nothing to worry about, why waste the time of taking legal action in the first place? That's really the second way you could look at it. And honestly, I have asked myself that question because, you know, is he just doing it? Because I've seen his tweets on Twitter and I retweeted them and stuff. I've seen his tweets on Twitter about this whole situation with Blair. And I feel like Rick Marigan's probably just doing all this with Blair for the fuck of it, for just like, you know, for laughs. Just, you know, he kind of pulled this card because to be fair, Blair Cobbs did say, you know, he would bet $100,000 that Vergil Ortiz is on PEDs. So I guess this is his way of Rick Marigan saying, okay, well, let's bet that $100,000 and let's see if you're willing to forego the cease and desist letter and then go into court if you don't comply. So he pulled his card. And it is what it is, you know. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Personally, look. Right now, I know Vergil's fighting Stanianis, so obviously I'm not gonna say, oh, go fight Blair, you know, because Stanianis is a better fight. But let's just say in the intermediate future, should Blair Cobbs not, or should Vergil Ortiz, I should say, if Vergil Ortiz can't secure the big fights with Crawford or Spence or any of them type of guys, I still want to see this fight. I still want to see it. You know, I want to see Blair Cobbs in a lot of fight because, you know, love him, hate him, or sending legal letters to him, Blair Cobbs knows how to promote himself. Blair Cobbs knows how to get people's attention. And in this social media age we're in, if there's one thing that Jake Paul has taught us is that it doesn't really matter if it's good attention or bad attention. And there really is no such thing as good or bad attention. All publicity is good publicity. So, yeah, man, that's the news. Blair Cobbs retracts his statements. Rick Marigan takes legal action. Vergil Ortiz's team takes legal action. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I think personally, look, I think Vergil is a clean fighter. Like, I think Vergil, he doesn't strike me as a guy that would cheat. But, you know, a lot of guys that have tested positive for PEDs have struck me as guys that don't want to cheat, right? Or that wouldn't cheat. So, you know, I'm always skeptical of everybody at the top level of boxing because it's just what it is. Like, it's just the culture of boxing. It's the culture that the boxing industry has allowed to take place. The fact that they pick and choose when they want to police PED use. So you kind of got to have the healthy skepticism of every fighter who's at the top level. It's just how it is. So my thing is like, yes, Vergil Ortiz is an awesome fighter. He's got one of the best jabs in boxing. I always go out of my way to say that. Smart fighter, hardworking. Seems like he's a no-nonsense guy. I don't know him, but just from the outside looking in and from the one time I met him in Vegas, seems like he's a no-nonsense guy, down-to-earth guy, humble kid. And, you know, I know people in Dallas. I know a couple people in Dallas who know him through the amateur system, and I've heard great things about Vergil and how hard he works. So I'm taking none of those things away from Vergil, but I'm just saying, from this situation, if Blair really is just talking out of his ass and he's not anywhere on the level of Vergil Ortiz, why are you worried about little old Blair Cobbs? And why are you sending Blair Cobbs a cease and desist letter? Because if it's not true and you're taking the time to take legal action, it can give the appearance as if maybe there is a case that maybe Vergil Ortiz might not be as squeaky clean as we think. We don't know. I'm not saying he's dirty. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying the appearance of what's going on could make it look that way. So I want to make that very clear because I'm not trying to get no motherfucking cease and desist letter from Vergil Ortiz and his team. I'm just saying. But listen, man. Hopefully Blair Cobbs can get some fights. You know, he's coming off a big. He just beat one of Vergil Ortiz's old opponents in Maurice Hooker in a great bounce back win for his career. I would still love to see Blair Cobbs get a shot at somebody in the Golden Boy stable. I don't care if it's Rocha in a rematch. I don't care if it's Vergil Ortiz down the line, or better yet, Michael McKinson. You know, that could be an option. If not Michael McKinson, maybe Pistol Pete Dobson was looking for a fight. That'd be a good fight for Blair Cobbs. I know Pete Dobson turned down a fight with Vergil Ortiz. Maybe Harold Calderon. Harold Calderon's been linked to a lot of welterweights like Alexis Rocha and things like that. Why not Harold Calderon and Blair? So I think there's some good options out there for Blair. So I would say, like, if not Vergil or Rocha, I would like to see Blair in there with like McKinson, Blair versus Harold Calderon, or Blair versus Pete Dobson. Any one of those three I'm good with. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just Kid from Daniel. So until next time. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.